Hey there, it's Tom Corson-Knowles, #1 best-selling author of Email Marketing Mastery and founder of TCK Publishing. In this video, I want to share with you the 17 biggest email marketing mistakes I've made in my 10 plus years marketing online, and why you should avoid these mistakes and what you can do to dramatically increase your conversion, so you're getting more subscribers to your email list, and your engagement, so you're getting more of your subscribers just loving opening your emails, hearing from you, and more back-end conversions, so you're actually getting more of your subscribers turning into customers and raving fans who buy from you again and again and again. So let's go in and dive into the mistakes. So #1, biggest mistake I made is not starting sooner. So, when I started online marketing 10 years ago, email marketing was way harder than it is today. So today it's never been easier before. So, back then you had to hire, you had to, unless you were a programmer, you had to hire a programmer. You had to hire someone who understood the technical skills of how to actually build a website and how to build a landing page, a squeeze page, right? Today there's so many awesome tools that just do that work for you. So there's a great tool called Lead Pages. I absolutely love Lead Pages. There's another one called ClickFunnels. It's newer, and I actually love it even more than Lead Pages. So Lead Pages and ClickFunnels are two awesome ways you can start right away building amazing squeeze pages and landing pages that convert really, really well and to help you build your list faster. Now, the second mistake I made is trying to do everything for free, right? Trying to do it on the cheap. So, like things like MailChimp. MailChimp is a great way to get started building your email list. It's a free autoresponder. It's nice. But I found that the more and more free tools I try to use, the more and more time it takes, right? They're not as good. And you know that when your business grows to a certain point, you're going to have to upgrade to premium tools to get better results. And what I've found is that if I can afford it, it makes so much more sense to go with the premium tools from the beginning, because it's going to save me so much time, energy, and effort. I'm going to get better results faster. And the thing is, when you're starting a business, you need momentum. You need to get as many conversions and sales as fast as possible. So let's say, you have two options, a free autoresponder like MailChimp and a premium one like ActiveCampaign, right? And if you really use the tools in ActiveCampaign, you learn how to do it, you call up the customer support team and ask them how to do it, you can increase your conversions compared to MailChimp and your results by 20, 30, 40%. Right? And that doesn't seem like a whole lot when you're starting out, and maybe for $47 a month for ActiveCampaign, it's well, is that really worth it? But I'm telling you, it absolutely is worth it, because that small increase in conversions is going to snowball over time, right? Every good business that grows, the growth curve looks like that. Right? And so the faster you can get from 0 to 100 or 0 to 1,000, the faster you can get from 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 and more. So you can dramatically improve your results and increase the speed of growth of your business by increasing conversions by just a little bit. And that's why I love using the premium tools. And you don't have to use the most expensive tool. Fusionsoft is $300 a month, right? It's ridiculous how expensive that is just to start out. You don't need the most expensive tool. You just need the tools that are going to allow you to get the best conversions and the best results and the best profits, right? If you do that, you will be more successful. Now, the third big mistake I made is not creating an amazing, powerful lead magnet. So your lead magnet is like the free report or free video or free download you offer to folks when they sign up for your email list, to get them to sign up for your email list. And so if all it says on your website is, hey, sign up for my free newsletter to get some cool updates from me, that's okay, but it's not going to convert nearly as well as something that says, hey, get my free book, download my free book, download the free report that's going to show you how to do X, X, and X, right? The more value you add, the more value you promise and deliver to your subscribers, the more people are actually going to convert and trust you. And once they're in your funnel and they're getting emails from you, the more of them, if you get more people in the funnel, more people are going to stick with you over time, right? It just makes sense. So getting people kind of over that hump of going from, hey, I don't know you, I'm just on your website, just signing up for your email list, that's the big hump, right? And the more people you can get over that hump, the bigger your business is going to be. Fourth biggest mistake I made is not creating amazing follow-up series. So a follow-up series or autoresponder series for email is a set of emails, usually multiple emails, it should be multiple emails, ideally, that your new subscribers will get on a timed basis after they sign up for your list. So what you can do is you can write, 5 or 10 or 50 emails ahead of time, and set them up in your email autoresponder program so that when someone signs up for your email list, as soon as they sign up, they're going to get a welcome email that says, hey, welcome to the community, here's your free report, et cetera, and you're going to build that relationship. And then maybe a day later, or 2 or 3 or 4 days later, you're going to send them a follow-up email. And it's going to say, hey, welcome again, here's some more information that might be helpful for you. I wanted to make sure you could download your free report, and et cetera, right? And so you start to follow up and start to build a relationship using emails that are pre-programmed to send to your audience at a certain set of time. So you don't have to constantly log in and write a new email, every single day. All you have to do is set up the autoresponders ahead of time, and you'll have this sequence of emails that goes out to add more value to your audience, and also let them know about other products and services and books they can buy from you, right? It just makes a lot of sense. But most folks just don't do this, right? Or you only write 1 or 2 emails and you kind of half-ass it. If you really spend the time to figure out, okay, how can you add the most value to your new email subscribers, and how can you ask them in a way that really makes sense, isn't too salesy and pushy, to actually buy from you and upgrade to your kind of premium products and services. If you do that, you'll dramatically increase your sales and your engagement and your open rates with your subscribers by providing regular content. Now, mistake number 5 is not using pop-ups on my website. Now, if you're like me, I can't stand pop-ups on websites. I hate going to a blog and it pops up and says, hey, get my free report or whatever. I can't stand it. Personally, I hate it, right? And the big mistake we make as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as authors and artists and so forth is we think that our audience is just like us. Right? We think that our audience is just like us, because if my audience was just like me, pop-ups would never work, right? Because I hate them. I never opt in. I always close them out. Sometimes I'll just leave a website if the pop-up's too annoying. I can't figure out how to close it out real quick, right? But when I tested on my website, adding pop-up forms on my website to build my email list increased my conversions by 60, 70, 80%. Right? So huge increases in conversions, huge increases in opt-in rates, huge increases in sales with just adding a pop-up form. And so I highly recommend you test it out on your website, see if adding a pop-up can dramatically increase your conversions. And, in every case I've ever seen it with my own sites and all the clients I've worked with to do this, every single time adding pop-ups on the websites that are well designed dramatically increase conversions and sales. And so one of the tools I use is called Sumo Me. Sumo Me has this awesome plugin that you put it in on your website, and it can add all kinds of customized opt-in forms that will pop up and so forth on your site to get more email subscribers. And you can A/B test them. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do, and actually use the premium version. The premium version of Sumo Me allows you to have some better designs and higher quality designs and bigger pop-ups that increase my conversions dramatically. So I highly recommend that. Mistake number 6 is not emailing my list often enough. What I found is that if I only email my list, once a month or once every other week, it's not enough. And so what happens is people start to trail off in engagement over time. The more often you email your list, up to a point, the more engaged your audience is going to be, the more they're going to care about you and know about you and like you, and the more they're going to buy from you. So what I recommend is send a bare minimum 2 emails per month. That should be your bare minimum for any email list ever. So always at least minimum 2 emails per month. If you don't email people for a month or 2 months or 3 months, they're going to forget about you. Your open rates are going to just plummet, and you're pretty much going to burn out your list. You're going to destroy the value in your list because you no longer have a good relationship with your audience. So I would recommend no more than 1 email per day. Right? So anywhere from 1 email per day, so 7 emails a week, to 2 emails a month. That's kind of the sweet spot in there. And I have a nice balance between that. I usually do anywhere from 2 to 5 emails a week. And I found that works great for my audience and my business and, my lifestyle. I don't want to write an email every single day. I know some people do that. For me, it's just no way. I don't want to do that. Okay? So find the balance that works for you and your audience, but do not neglect your audience. Do not let them go for weeks or months at a time without a single message from you. Mistake number 7 is not creating more products and services to offer to my audience. So once you have an email list of 1,000 people or more, you've got an asset there in your business that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. And so if you add a new product or new service or even an affiliate product or service and you offer that to your audience, you can get a whole bunch of sales with a single email. And so that's one of the reasons why you want to email your list more often, is you're going to make more money by offering more things for sale. But what you have to do is you have to create products and services, or find products and services from other folks that would be, valuable and wanted by your subscribers. If you do that, you can increase your sales dramatically. Mistake number 8 was not adding enough options and ways for people to sign up for my email list. So, one of the best, kind of coaching, consulting sessions I ever had with someone, they told me, Tom, look, if you want to sell more on your website, just add more buy buttons, right? If you want to build more email subscribers, just add more opt-in forms on your site. And, it seemed like such obvious advice and silly advice, but when I implemented it, my sales shot up, my opt-ins shot up dramatically. So I recommend study some of the top websites in your market and look at all the different ways they're asking visitors to their website to sign up for the email list. If you don't have, a pop-up form, a slider coming in from the side, a big opt-in form in your sidebar of your website, and then also opt-in forms kind of either within your blog content or at the bottom of your blog post. If you don't have those 4 things at a minimum, you're missing out on a big opportunity to increase your conversions and grow your list faster. Mistake number 9 is not remailing your subscribers. So re-emailing subscribers who did not open an email. So let's say you're launching a new book. So what are you going to do? You're going to send a broadcast email to all of your subscribers on your email list and say, hey, here's my new book. Go buy it on Amazon, right? Once you've done that, 1 or 2 days later, what you want to do is send another email to your email subscribers, to all the people who did not open that first email or all the people who did not click the link on that first email, and send those subscribers another email just to those ones who didn't click or didn't open, and saying, hey, I saw you didn't, check out my new book on Amazon. You're going to love it, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And what that does, it helps you kind of segment your list and get more opens and more clicks and more sales without burning out all the people who already bought your book, right? So if all you do is just send a broadcast to your whole list every single time, what you're doing is you're just sending the same message to everyone, whether or not they actually bought something or whether or not they actually clicked something or whether or not they actually opened your email or not. So if you just send the same email again and again and again to the same people, they're going to get burned out and bored really fast. So by sending to segments of your email subscribers who didn't open or didn't click previous emails, you can get more sales and conversions without burning out your audience at all. Number 10 biggest mistake I made is using spam words in the subject line. So spam words are things like free, for sale, big dollar signs, all that stuff. Those are seen as spam words. And so there's a lot of spam prevention software like in Gmail and all the other email providers. And they're constantly looking for, senders who send spammy words and subject lines, and they're just kind of filtering those out. And so if you send lots of emails with these spam words in your subject lines, your open rates and deliverability rates are just going to plummet. And so what you want to do is make sure you're not using spam words in your subject lines ever when you send emails. And so there's a complete list of all the spam words in my book, Email Marketing Mastery, so you can see all the words you should never use in your subject lines when you send out emails. Now, number 11 mistake I made is not writing emails personally. So when you write an email to someone, the best way to get the best relationship with that person and the best conversions and the best engagement is to write as if you're writing to your best friend. If you write like a corporate memo, it's super boring, or you write like this newsletter format with all these kind of nice designs and there's like sidebars and it's just too distracting, too much. It looks too corporate. It looks like you don't actually care about the person. But if you write an email, you start off, hey, I just came back from an amazing vacation in Hawaii. Oh my gosh, so the sunsets there were just so incredible. Hey, I want to let you know that my new book just released on Amazon, etc., 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 right? That kind of email copy is engaging. It's fun. It's personal. It sounds like you're writing to your best friend. And so you can get more people reading your emails, more people clicking on your links, more people buying from you if you write like you're writing to your best friend. Number 12 biggest mistake I made, and this is a doozy. If you make this mistake, you're going to miss out on a lot of cash and you're going to just take off your subscribers and it's going to waste you a ton of time. And this mistake is not testing all of your links before you send the email. So after you draft the email in your autoresponder, you're going to review your email. Send a test version of that email to your own email account and open that email and click all the links and test to make sure every single link is working. If you send broken links, you're going to miss out on sales. You're going to, tick off your subscribers and you're going to waste yourself time because all your subscribers are going to reply back to your email and say, hey, like that link didn't work. Can you send me the updated link? And then you have to go through 100 emails for all these folks and resend the link out. It just wastes a ton of time. So it'll save you a ton of time and help you make more money and less mistakes if you just test every single link before you email it out. 13th biggest mistake, and it took me years to learn this, is don't use small fonts. So, the standard kind of font that most autoresponders come with is like 12-point font or even 14-point font, and it's too small. So you need to use at a minimum 16-point font in your emails. I think 16-point font is the best. And the reason is because there's a lot of folks, who have vision impairment. And so they can't read stuff on a small computer screen, and they might not be technologically advanced enough to know that they can like zoom in on their screen and so forth and so forth. So to make it easy, to make it so that every single person who opens your email can actually read your emails easily without a ton of effort and strain, just send them in 16-point font. So every email you send should be 16-point font. That should be your standard template. And I like to use a font like Helvetica. It's just really nice. It looks clean. It's easy to read. It's simple. Okay. Now, mistake number 14 is not sending emails that are sized for mobile. So you want to make sure that your emails are optimized for mobile. So test the emails that you're currently sending. Send a test email to yourself. Open up on your mobile phone, your mobile device, and make sure that it is formatted properly. So if you open it up on your mobile device and you have to swipe the screen to the side to read every single line of that email, it's going to take you, first of all, a lot longer to read that email. Second of all, it's a lot more struggle and challenge, and you're probably not going to read it all. So if you want more people to read and actually get value from your emails and actually buy from you, make sure that your emails are formatted properly for mobile. And if you have no idea how to do that, call up your autoresponder company, ask them how to do it, and they'll walk you through that process. Mistake number 15 is not asking questions. So one of the best things you can do with an email list or any kind of following or audience online is ask questions, get to know them better. This is like basic market research, right? So send out surveys or just ask simple questions, get people engaged, and you want your audience to tell you more about who they are and what they want. So you can understand what their values are, what they're most interested in, so that when you're creating new products or services, or when you're pitching your current products and services, you can make sure that you're communicating the benefits that your customers care about the most to increase your conversions and sales. Mistake number 16 is not split testing your squeeze page. So your squeeze page is like that page that all people can do is they come to that page and it says, hey, put your email and name here to get the free report or the free offer or whatever. And they can either opt in and get it and sign up for your email list, or they can close the page. And so that is one of the most crucial pages you're going to have in your business, because the more conversions you have, the more money you're going to make. The bigger your list and the more money, right? And so if you have a squeeze page that's converting at 20% versus one converting at 40%, that's a 2x difference, right? So for 1,000 visitors, you're going to get twice as many visitors at 40% opting into your list. Your business is going to be twice as big, right? And that's easy to go from 20 to 40% conversions if you do split testing. But if you don't split test, whatever random page you designed first and foremost is going to be the page you're stuck with. And it's probably not going to be the highest converting page you could possibly have. And you won't know until you split test. So things like lead pages and ClickFunnels will do split testing for you to make sure you're increasing your conversions. And that is the number one key in business, is to have high conversions. If you have a business that has low conversions, that means every dollar you spend on advertising and traffic, every amount of time you spend on advertising and traffic and getting more visitors and getting more leads in the door, the more that money you're wasting, right? If you can convert twice as many visitors to your email list and twice as many visitors to customers, then guess what? You have a business that's not twice as profitable. It's like exponentially more profitable, because your marketing cost is going to be half, but the other costs of your business, right, are going to be divided by that extra growth, top line growth. So your margins are going to be way, way, way higher. And it's going to allow you to, first of all, make more profits faster. And because you're making more profits faster and you have more cash flow and way more margins with just small increases in conversions, you're going to be able to spend more money on advertising, which means you're going to get more and more traffic and converting at a higher and higher rate. And that's how you get exponential growth. You talk about people who, go from $0 to $1 million plus online in sales in a year or a very short period of time. How do they do that? Well, they have a high converting business model. And because they have a business model that converts so many subscribers or so many visitors to subscribers and so many subscribers to customers, they have such a high conversion in their business, they can afford to spend tons of money on traffic. They can afford to spend $5,000 a day on traffic from Facebook. Why? Because it's profitable. Why is it profitable? Because they have high conversions. If you don't increase your conversions constantly, you're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot. You're never going to have that big profitable business you really want if you're not testing and increasing your conversions, because it's all about conversions. The better your conversions are, the more you can afford to spend on marketing and the better profits and margins you're going to have, even if you do increase your marketing costs. All right, mistake number 17 is not mentioning your squeeze page often enough. You want to make sure that every time you do a podcast interview, you speak at an event, wherever you go, whatever you do in terms of marketing and educating your audience, let them know they can sign up for your email list. Let them know about your free offer to get them into your funnel so you can build your business and add more value to more people. So if you love this video and it's been helpful for you, please go ahead and sign up for my newsletter and my email list to learn how to publish and launch your first book on Amazon. Just go to ebookpublishingschool.com and I'll walk you through the entire process for free in that free video training series. Hey, if you love this video and found it helpful, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and share this with other folks you know could benefit from this information. Again, I'm Tom Corson-Knowles, #1 best-selling author of Email Marketing Mastery, wishing you an incredible day. Take care.